We just finalized offloading all the metal cladding from the roof of the van. Welcome to episode 10 of the cabin build series. We are back from our 4 days off. Not working in the cabin for a few days have helped us completely recover, so no sore muscles for the first time in a few months. Once we arrived, we got right back to work and are bringing an episode full of progress. Hit the like button if you enjoy it and subscribe to not to miss any updates.
I'm Eugenia, and this is Pepe, Aspen, and Lolita, and we are now building our new home. We have been traveling around Europe for the past year in our self-converted camper van, but looking to live a simpler life, grow our own food, and build our house led us here. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing.
We just came back from Spain. Took 4 days off, or 4 or 5 days off, to be able to go to Spain, pick up our furniture, come back, drop it here, come back to Spain, leave the van, and then come back here with our camper. We wish we could have done this maybe in like a couple of weeks when the house is a little bit more ready for all the stuff, but they opened all the borders and everything for this couple of weeks, so we had to take advantage of it, and right now the house is full of stuff. It's gonna be kind of complicated to keep working, but still the option we had. This is how it's looking right now. Today Eugenia is gonna be moving everything around to finish varnishing all this wood on top, and once it's done we will unfold the bed, which is here, and have finally the bed up here, and everything will be ready. Today I'm gonna try to get one leaf of the door done, this right section. Next will be to cover this part of the ceiling, and after that we're gonna start covering from this section all the way around. It was time to start working on the door again. If you have watched our latest episode, you will know that last time we made a big mistake with this door. So here we're using the same door that we made wrong in order to take measurements for the new one. So what we were doing, we were setting the door on top of these two boards. We know we want the finished floor is going to be 2.1 from the floor, and we want to leave a gap of like half a centimeter or so from the floor to the door, so the door can open freely. So we put these two boards. This one is 1.8, this one is 0.9, total is 2.7. So we sit the door on top, and we know that once we put the door on the hinges, it's gonna be floating from the finished floor around 0.5, 0.6. It's very important that the vertical is actually vertical on both sides, so the door opens freely. Since we have that L angle, the door will stop against this angle right there, and we have 4 centimeters, so we have some room there to play with the dimensions and to make sure that the door is square, nice, and everything is perfectly sealed. And start assembling the second door, which actually will be the first one we install.
So what is happening, this one is longer and we are making it shorter, no? So I'm pushing it in this direction and Pepe is pulling, no? Now Pepe is marking the hinges.
Marking the location of the hinges in this wood, because we're gonna carve out the thickness of the hinge leaf that goes in the wood. I mark here, mark here.
How does it look?
I think we need to go deeper, a little bit deeper than this. Looks good, so, but I'm gonna go a couple of mils more, 1 mil more. is actually the first time I'm doing this, so it means you can do it too. So we marked the button on the top of the hinge. Now we know that it needs to go 2.9 in. So I go here and mark 2.9, draw that line, do the same on the bottom, 2.9. And now you get a X-Acto knife. You cut the line over the line. You go with the chisel, and the chisel has two sides. One is flat and one is rounded. So you need to put the flat looking out. So where you're cutting is actually flat on the bottom. You're doing this so when you get with the router to the edge, you don't need to actually go super accurate, because the moment you get close to this, the whole thing will come off. I got up to here where this round is, and the whole thing came off on the top, so I just need to cut a little bit more and we have a perfect edge. It got very late that day, but we could not wait to see the door finished from the outside, so we decided to keep working and install the alveolar polycarbonate plastic. We have gotten a lot of questions regarding this material. For you guys to know, we picked it because it is extremely strong. In fact, it flew away from the top of our van at 80 km per hour and nothing happened to it. It is very light and has great isolation value, especially once we close both sides of the door, and we just love how it looks and the way it lets natural light in.
Good morning. Yesterday we finished one of the doors because we don't have enough material to finish the other one. We are measuring the ceiling of the kitchen area, finish all the electricity, be able to mark where the lights are going to be, cut and put all the wood panels on it. For now, that's it. Okay. We don't want to be too ambitious.
installing these LED lights. We picked the 2700 kelvins because we kind of like the yellowish coasty color. We need to pre-cut the ceiling for it, which is pretty easy, 75 to 95 mils. This will be the lights. Ceiling is all ready, so nice and flat. All the cables for the lights are waiting in their position. Now we're gonna finish this wall that's been clamped here for a while. We decided to make the shelf a little bit wider so our speaker fits inside. We're gonna need to go to a neighbor's, charge the compressor with air. Igual triple link, ¿le das con el pie? We will put the connection for the power in the back, so we will make just a hole in there. That way we don't have cables, it's all Bluetooth, and here we're gonna have a shelf on top to have some of Eugenia's ceramics.
We have decided to cut again this piece of wood in order not to see the side part of this panel, because right in here we will have the door of the closet. We think it will have a cleaner look if this one it's longer. I'm gonna just unscrew this while Pepe is cutting the new piece.
Today we're gonna install all the water pipes. We're gonna be using these multi-layer pipes. We're gonna make sure everything is connected and all the fittings are already installed. We're gonna close all the connections. I'm gonna pressurize the system to make sure there are no leaks. And after that, we will be able to close all the interior walls in the kitchen area, knowing for sure that there are no leaks. Here in this part of the house, this is the back part on the outside. We're gonna be putting an outdoor shower. We're gonna have a T connection here. It's gonna go up and then out. And from there it's gonna be copper fittings on the outside. I just cut this piece and it's gonna slide over here. I'm gonna screw it from the outside to these studs, and that way I can make the connections directly to this OSB. I'm gonna make a hole here. I'm gonna put the pipe through, and it's properly connected in there. Seems like hot water is over on the left. The back of the building, this is where the outdoor shower will be. It's going to be heated shower, so we have two connections, one for hot water and one for cold water. These are the copper pipes that we're going to be using from the outdoor shower, and all these connections will be welded to the copper pipes. This is where the pipes are accessing to the house. Cold water here and hot water here. This is how we are pressurizing the system. We're gonna pressurize first the cold water line and then the hot water. I have a hose connected here, a valve here. Once I open it, we will have pressure in the inside and we'll be able to check for leaks. Now we have the cold water on. I have it hooked up to the faucet, but now there is a lot of air in the system. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select cold water and release all the air from the system. And once all the air is out, we can check if there are any water leaks. Okay, so now we need to check if there are any leaks here, which I don't see. This one is important because we don't want to have leaks inside the wall. It looks dry and good, and this one as well. And also on the entrance here in this elbow. No leaks either, but what I will do, I will just leave it there for 30 minutes, 1 hour, or on something else we can start working on the gas connection. And if there is no leaks whatsoever, no drops, then we can go for the hot water line. Now is the turn of the gas pipe. We're gonna be using this flexible pipe that we're gonna put inside this guy just for protection. It's gonna be a continuous line, so no possible leaks or whatsoever. It's going to be one connection here for the stove and one connection on the outside for the water heater. I'm gonna be making a hole at 60 centimeters from the floor.
tomorrow we are picking up the material that we are missing to finish the front door and the windows. We also are gonna get the metal sheet to finish the outside area. Reveniment.